Now we have socially withdrawn, like, not known for really having many friends. You're like, hey, why you only got 7 Facebook friends? Like, what's up?
Yeah.
You all right? Oh, I don't like my cousin. My sisters, they just jealous of me. My mother's a real bitch. My dad is just a piece of crap. Socially withdrawn. And this is a real key thing right here, Trenton, if you would.
Yeah, I didn't realize in the beginning. I guess I noticed some parts of that, but then later I realized there's no long-term relationships for her. Like I said earlier, I've got my best friend since I was in 3rd grade. We're still best friends my whole life. And she really didn't have anybody who was consistent in her life who she had like long-term relationships. And she would always make excuses for that. She would say, she's a private person, or she doesn't need a lot of friends. She just needs, a small number of good ones or whatever. But there's always problems in their relationships and their friendships and their family life, all of it. There's always a pattern there, and I found out a lot of truths about my ex since we've gotten out of the relationship, and I've talked to people that knew her in school and that sort of thing, and I found out a lot about the history that this has been going on, all through her. When she was in high school, she had these issues with people. She wasn't well liked. She would, was inappropriate people with other girls' boyfriends, and so this is nothing new. And yeah, it's just they don't have stable long-term relationships. They just don't. When she came into my life, she would hang out with me and the people that are in my life. She didn't have friends to hang out with, and that should have been kind of a warning. I just didn't know it at the time.
I promise you, Trent, I had like that same experience. It's so crazy. Like, if you deal with one of these types of people, because all the symptoms, you'll have so many of the same symptoms that we're talking about. It's undeniable. Like, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm going to say this. There is this, like, best friend, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, keep in mind, we're in a long-term relationship, and we're like, everything. Really, really fully long-term committed. When I tell you I've never even seen a text message, never seen a picture, never seen a Facebook comment or nothing, I'm like, did this person really exist? And I was kind of confused, like, oh, this is my best friend, my best friend, to talk about it so often. I'm like, but why? First of all, where's the other friends? And second of all, why? I'm your companion. I'm like one of the most important people in your life. I've never talked to this person on the phone. When your phone rung, I never seen this person's name pop up. And this is the only person that you say, like, is your friend. You know what I mean? Other than maybe it's like some coworkers who I may have actually seen with my eyes. But it was so crazy, Trenton. Like, I'd never seen the person. Throughout the whole relationship, never a text, nothing. Never. And I was like the only person. Like, oh, my cousins, they just selfish,
Yeah.
My dad this, my mom that. Everybody was out for them. Like, everybody was, like, targeting them. Everybody was out for blood. Everybody was trying to suck them dry. Everybody was at fault.
Oh, yeah.
No real no real connections of long-term other than, like, maybe immediate family. And even a lot of the immediate family, there was no consistency.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ex-boyfriends and all of that stuff, like, they're just horrible and da-da-da. And I'm like, after living the experience with that person, I'm like, wow. All the stuff you said about the exes and all this stuff, I'm starting to put it together. Like, hold up. Like, there's no real identity here. Like, there's no real, like, friends that no friends from a long time ago, only co-workers of where you work now. There's no, like, cousins around your age, no real long-term commitments to anybody or anything other than maybe, like, immediate family. And you have to really, when you see those types of situations, you have to really look into it and look deeper into it and ask yourself a question. Is this normal? What's the reason? And listen to the reason and look for consistency and patterns and stuff, because they're great liars. But after a while, like, you'll start to put it together, and it'll start to, unfortunately, it usually happens at the end when it's already too late and you're going through the drama. But, you know, the patterns, the pieces of the puzzle will start coming together. It goes from a 5,000-piece puzzle to a 50-piece puzzle. It'll start being right there in front of your face, you know?
That's really true. And something I noticed with mine, she would use her charm to, people would like her right away. But there was no history. There was no pattern of consistent relationships like you were just describing. So I kind of let it go because, well, she got along great with people, but it was always on the short term, and there was no, you know, she couldn't sustain it. She just couldn't sustain it. And another thing that you were kind of just describing there, I think, is, you know, I remember always having this nagging feeling like my gut was telling me, you know, it's like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't sound right. Why does this feel this way? And I should have listened, you know. So if you have that feeling just in your heart that, hey, this doesn't feel right, you know, don't ignore that, because pretty soon you lose the ability to have that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It is so important to really look into this and understand where we're coming from and look into these traits, because we're really trying to help you to possibly not have to experience what we did, or at least not as long, because the longer you go through it, the crazier you'll become, I promise. Which brings us to the last one, which in my opinion might be all of these are key, but this one right here might be the strongest because of the damage it does to you mentally, emotionally. Even can be damaging physically.